What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video. This video is going to be looking at Liverpool and Chelsea and their tactical setups in their match against each other in the Premier League today, and some problems both teams are facing at the moment that's leading them to be mid-table. Now, before we get into it, check out Keyframe. That's how I'm making this video. Check out both my books and my new tactics course. All that is in the description, and there's links to all that below. So be sure to check that out. Let's get right into the video. So Chelsea, they've gone with their normal back three with some personnel changes within the squad, just a couple from their last match. Graham Potter's still trying to figure out his best 11, and with new arrivals, they'll have a big impact in the coming days and games. So with the back three, they follow up with a midfield box with Conor Gallagher playing a little bit higher. Hall joining Jorginho as a second holding midfielder to create a midfield four, and Mason Mount playing higher up the field. So then what would happen in this match was Liverpool would counter this by playing a 4-3-3, primarily in the midfield third and 3/4 press. So Liverpool in their 4-3-3 would play with one holding midfielder. Thiago also had a tendency more in possession to drop deeper, but out of possession too, he did favor a little bit deeper positioning versus Keita on the opposite side. And then our front three for Liverpool operated very narrow, as they usually do, with Harvey Elliott on the left, Mo Salah on the right, and Cody Gakpo through the middle. So this 4-3-3, 3/4 press or mid-block from Liverpool had a few problems that led to some opportunities for Chelsea, especially early on. These opportunities came from the wing-backs in the wide area, playing a little bit deeper. This would put the fullbacks of Liverpool in a tough position, not getting the support from their single holding midfielder through the half space as some other teams might like them to. But now it would put a player like James Milner in a tough spot to then go and jump to both players. With the double pivot from Chelsea, oftentimes the attacking midfielders from Liverpool would have to jump to these two holding midfielders, allowing the first line of pressure from Liverpool to orientate themselves against the back three of Chelsea. So this would create 2v1s in the wide area and force the holding midfielder to jump out into the wide area to help, or they would be progressed against through this 2v1. It would also open up the center and space between the lines against Liverpool, but Chelsea didn't capitalize on these opportunities as much as they probably should have. Now going forward, we see having Hall as the holding midfielder and the versatility he offers, we still remain with our back three for Chelsea, but now we see Hall getting into more advanced positions, usually in the left half space, overloading the space between the lines. Now we see the 4-3-3 from Liverpool and their spatial orientation. So this would allow Chelsea to overload the space between the lines and create opportunities for Jorginho to get on the ball because of the low block from Liverpool being pinned back. The first line would try and jump out for Liverpool and get out of their low block, which created space for Jorginho, which they could have found more and really looked to break this first line through diagonal passing. But Jorginho, usually very good as a single pivot in possession because of his speed of play and his range of passing, and his ability to break lines. So by overloading the space between the lines, it set him up well to use his strength, but he wasn't given the diagonal service or the line breaking passes from his central defenders. Also, especially against the low block, we didn't see the height from the wing backs for Chelsea. They played a little bit more reserved, or at least Cucurella did on this left-hand side, making it hard for them to generate advantages in the wide areas and make underlapping runs from the half spaces. But for Liverpool, in this low block, they still stuck with their 4-3-3 as we mentioned, but their spatial orientation has to be given credit because of their ability to block access in these dangerous areas and the very high levels of compactness their back four and three midfielders contained, not allowing very much space from any of these Chelsea players to affect the game in these crucial areas. Now for Liverpool in possession, in their build-up we see Alisson split their two central defenders, creating a back three. When Trent Alexander-Arnold came on for James Milner, he operated in a similar role, but had a little bit more versatility within his game. We see them play with a single holding midfielder, with Thiago dropping in on the left half space. This created freedom on the left side for Harvey Elliott to invert and play more as an attacking midfielder, trying to get more bodies between the lines and get players like Cody Gakpo partnerships to create space for these players in dangerous areas. Trent Alexander-Arnold typically matched up really well with Salah, as he usually does, because he's used to playing this role, able to invert, creating isolation for Salah on the right, or make overlapping runs to use the wide area, allowing Salah to invert. Now, as we would move higher up the field for Liverpool, here we have James Milner in possession in the wide area, who James Milner typically played in a wider position. And now we see Andy Robertson on the left side creating width. So the width comes from the back four, and we see a key movement from Liverpool's midfield three that we often see. So this time Thiago comes to the ball side, and usually he would try and get on the ball as much as possible. They usually look to create space by one of the midfielders jumping to move the holding midfielders for Chelsea and create space around Thiago for him to get on the ball, break lines, and switch the play. We also see their front players looking to get on the ball, like Cody Gakpo between the lines, arriving in these areas to create numerical superiority in the center of midfield, while also this movement of dropping deeper was followed usually by runs in behind from either Naby Keita or Mo Salah, allowing for James Milner to have an outlet in behind to hurt Chelsea if they were playing a high line. So this is where we're going to wrap up the analysis. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and let me know where you think these two teams will end up in the table. I'll see you in the next one.